So now, one of the, um, I want to call it daunting tasks, was that we were required by code to put a firewall between the garage and the living quarters, which meant we had to raise up a 6 by 6, well, we had to raise up a 15-foot-4 sidewall, um, or firewall between the garage. And we had to use 2 by 6s placed every 16 inches. And so that was a daunting task. Our funny thing was we had a camper in the garage side where we were building. And interestingly enough, that the camper was a 23-footer with a total length of about 26 feet. And our garage was going to be 26 feet, 6 inches. Now, even though it's a total length of 26 feet, you still have a hitch that's sticking out probably about 2 or 3 inches that was going to stick into the space. And wouldn't you know it, as we were raising, when we finally got that wall raised up, that the hitch protruded between some studs by about 3 inches, and we just barely missed the hitch. And for a long time there, we were walking between studs because of that camper that was in the garage area. Now, one thing that you're also required to do is that you're required to insulate that firewall that you're putting in, as well as you're required to have drywall on both sides of that 15-foot-4 wall, of that 15-foot-4 tall wall, as a way to prevent or to slow down any kind of fire that might start in the garage, that would slow down a fire if it were to enter into the living quarters, giving you time to escape. And that's what that's all about. The other requirement that kind of surprised us was that the building inspector and building code requires that you have to extend that firewall up into the attic area. So we had to cut up and get up into the attic area, and we had to put drywall on the outside joists, and then you also had to put drywall on the ceiling joist, on the bottom of each ceiling joist, again to prevent fire from coming in this way and coming in this way and this way into the living quarters. So that itself was a daunting task. Now, it's a good thing we started doing that and got that completed as it was spring and it wasn't that hot up there, because even though it was spring, it felt like 90 degrees up there. It would have been a lot worse if it was in the summer.